Welcome back to Let's Review It, and you've probably already noticed that that is not the Aprilia RS125 that I was working on before, thankfully, because that would mean that I'd basically undone all the work. Instead, no, I'm a sucker for punishment and I've bought another one which is much worse, and we'll get to that in a second. But first I want to talk to you about another project that I've been working on, which is an Aprilia RS1000, which is this one. And this bike is beautiful, although it started out just as miserable and crusty as the last one. So if you haven't seen that video, check out the link above and go ahead and watch that one as well. So back to the original point of the video, which was the first RS125. So I'm glad to say that it's gone to its new owner, and unfortunately I had to let it go before the new bodywork came, which is the reason for the delay in making the video. But it's gone to its new owner, and for all intensive purposes he's really happy. So thanks to you, George, for sending me the clips in, which I'm going to show the guys in a second.
So, here she is in her new home. Really happy with how it's running at the moment. A few things I want to do, and I'll run you through them. So, here she is. That's how she's looking at the moment. Really happy with how she's running. I did have a little bit of a problem between 5 and 6k revs, but changed the needle height on the carb, put it on the top position, and it seems to be running lovely now. It pulls through the revs really nicely. It's got a lot of power. And yeah, it's really nice. Mods wise, what I'm going to do to it, I'm going to get a 34 more carb on it, get a bit more low down acceleration to the bike. I'm going to put some new reeds on it, just for a little bit more better throttle response. And other than that, really, a few cosmetic things I want to do. I've got a new bodywork coming next week. I'm going to get that all on with a new bolt kit, and then it's just little bolts, just like you see this bolt here, just little bolts and stuff that I want to get some new ones of that, just to clean up the look a little bit. But yeah, it's lovely. Thanks to Ben for all his hard work. Lovely polished frame. It's running really nicely. I'll do a little start up just so you can hear it.
So the last thing for me to go through is how much the project actually costs. So including the cost of the bike, delivery, the MOT and all of the parts, I actually just about broke even, I suppose, for what I sold it for, and that's excluding the bodywork that I've actually purchased, and I think the new owner George is actually going to come and pick that up and put that back on the bike, so I'm quite happy with that. There's a list of all the suppliers that we've used in the description below, so check that out. I'm not going to go through every single nut and bolt that we've put on the bike, but needless to say, it's definitely been a labour of love. So what's next? Well, with the Aprilia RS3000 just about ready to go back on the road, I've got to turn my hand to this. Now, this is a lot worse than any other bike I've done. It's a 2002 bike, I believe. It's got a 150 kit on it, and the engine still cranks, and that is about the only thing that I think actually works with this bike. This is going to need a nut and bolt rebuild. I'm expecting this to be very, very expensive, but I'm going to do this slightly differently. So I'm not going to go back to OEM. I'm going to do something like a kind of race hybrid for the road. So the main thing for me with buying this was that it had the 150 kit on it and the engine was still good. The frame and everything like that is good, but everything else is going to be binned. So new suspension, new brakes, the works. So stay tuned for that. I've also got quite a lot of new test ride reviews coming up. Now lockdown has eased, I'm actually going out to do a piece this weekend with a classic Ducati, which is going to be really cool. I'm also quite excited to do a first ride review of the new Zero SRS electric bike, which is coming in the next few weeks. So stick around, stay tuned. There's loads and loads of stuff coming up now that lockdown is easing slightly, and I can't wait to obviously do the first ride review of the RS3000, so stick about for that. So thanks for subscribing, cheers for sticking with us even though it's been quite a while since the last video, and I'll speak to you soon. Ride safe.